Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm. Hey everyone, welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Acacia Courtney. We have 12 races on the card today. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Let's get right to the track and weather conditions. The track is fast and the turf is firm with highs in the low to mid 90s. Race number 1 is 7.5 furlongs on the turf, a claiming race with a purse of $18,000 for 3-year-olds and up.
Racing at Gulfstream. Sneaky Kitten hopped at the start. Gunderson begins nicely. Here's Dreaming of Frank moving forward from the inside, and Dreaming of Frank and Rispoli will take the lead in the run to the first turn. Southern Stroll races on from second, then Gunderson third. Highland Warrior is fourth. The New York Invader, How About We, down toward the inside. Then Giant Cat in front of second last running Sneaky Kitten, and the early trailer is Pickett's Corner. Isolated up top, Dreaming of Frank blazes the trail. He's opened a 10-length lead. Dreaming of Frank very aggressive in the early stages of the race. He's isolated by himself, double digits in front. From second, it's Gunderson. From third, Highland Warrior. Then it's down to the inside. Southern Stroll taken in hand by Corrales. How About We and Edgard Zayas improving their position up the inside now. Wide on the course goes Sneaky Kitten, a length and a half in front of Giant Cat. And trailing the field here is Pickett's Corner. Opening quarter was just 23 seconds flat, but Dreaming of Frank is allowed to roll up top. He's still in front by almost 10 from Gunderson, who races in second. Highland Warrior is now third. How About We down toward the inside. Southern Stroll between horses. Sneaky Kitten is 3 wide. Then Giant Cat and Pickett's Corner. Opening half mile went in 47 seconds flat. Dreaming of Frank starts to come back to the field. Rispoli shakes him up to keep him to business, but Gunderson and Highland Warrior keep coming. 4 better than Southern Stroll, then How About We and Giant Cat as they run to the top of the stretch. Now taking the lead is Gunderson, tackled by Highland Warrior. Back to third is Dreaming of Frank. From the back in Southern Stroll, then How About We. Working into the clear is Pickett's Corner. Final furlong, Gunderson tenacious on the inside for Gaffleone, and Gunderson takes the lead again. Highland Warrior second. Here's Pickett's Corner too late. Gunderson wins. Highland Warrior second, Pickett's Corner third, then Southern Stroll and How About We in 1:30 and 1.
Number 6, Gunderson, wins the opener. Tyler Gaffleone in the saddle, trained by David Brady and owned by Champion Equine LLC. Race number 2 is 5.5 furlongs on the main track, a claiming race, and the purse is $15,000 for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 3, Rockstar Cowboy.
And they're off. Stumbling and unseating the rider was the 6, Little Red Devil. The 6 is out of the race. Grand Lord begins the best, and Sigma quickly up the challenge. These two a length better than Fancy Flash, who races away from third. Then it's Trini Lime and Phil's Comprise, followed by Burning Wild. And again, after unseating the rider at the start, the number 6, Little Red Devil, is out of the race. They make their way around the far turn now, and it's still on the inside. I think Sigma now has a head in front, and Grand Lord moves right with him. They've opened 4 now on Fancy Flash third. Racing from fourth, and under a whip ride is Trini Lime. Then it's the Rose Charges. Phil's Comprise ahead of Burning Wild with 5/16 to go. Grand Lord on the outside, in Sigma on the inside. They've done each other no favors, but they've widened their advantage to 5 over Phil's Comprise, who gets in the 2 path. Meanwhile, Burning Wild has to go 4 wide. They turn for home. It's still on top in Sigma, 2-length lead. Grand Lord has been put away. Here's the charge from Phil's Comprise down the outside. Final furlong, in Sigma and Monterey Jr. holding command. Phil's Comprise and Burning Wild chase in vain. It will be in Sigma to win it by 2.5. Second, Phil's Comprise. Third, Burning Wild. Then Grand Lord and Trini Lime. Please hold all tickets. There will be a steward's inquiry into the start of the race.
Number 1, In Sigma, wins the second race, ridden by Pedro Monterey Jr., trained by Steven DeMauro and owned by Joker Racing. It's time for a break. We'll be back after these words. Race number 3 is 1 mile on the main track. It's a maiden claiming, and the purse is $25,000 for 3-year-olds and up. Please note that the 3 Stardust Moon will run with blinkers off, and the 8 Sir Magoo is a late scratch.
And they're up. From the outside, Legacy Dansour is sent for speed. Grand Nene got away in good order today. Moving between horses is Kamsa Fu. Kamsa Fu puts ahead in front. Now down toward the inside, 3-Star Stone begins to march forward. Along the rail, here comes the boom as they run out of the chute. The leader is Kamsa Fu and Gaffleon Bayanek. 3-Star Stone second, Legacy Dansour third. In range fourth is Grand Nene, only 2 lengths off the lead. Then down toward the inside, it's Here Comes the Boom. It's a stretch of 4 to Brave Enrique, and farther back to the trailer, Stardust Moon. They make their way down the backstretch after completing a quarter in 24 seconds flat. The leader is Kamsa Fu. Bayanek. 3-Star Stone is their second. Legacy Dansour third. Racing from fourth now as Here Comes Daboon, then Grand Nene. He's fallen off the mark a little bit, but he starts to get underway again after a 46 3/2 mile. It's a gap of 4 to Brave Enrique and 3.5 to Stardust Moon. They're round the far turn now, and Kamsa Fu trying to spring the upset. He's led it from the outset. Legacy Dansour second. 3-Star Stone splits horses. Leonel Reyes getting serious on Grand Nene. He's circling wide on the course, but he is gaining ground, and right with him is Here Comes Daboom. Brave Enrique has made ground from the back. He's also coming on. He'll tip 5 or 6 wide, and trailing the field is Stardust Moon. 3/4, 112 flat. They turn for home, and Grand Nene's trying to seal the deal. Over the top, here's the run from Brave Enrique, and 3-Star Stone has not gone away from the inside. Final furlong, Grand Nene in front. Brave Enrique is trying to get up into second. 3-Star Stone battles on. Grand Nene clear to the finish. It's Grand Nene to win it. Up second, Brave Enrique, then 3-Star Stone with Here Comes Daboom and Stardust Moon in 138 and 4.
Number 5, Grand Nene finally got his maiden win, ridden to victory by Leonel Reyes, trained by Jose Garofalo and owned by Grupo 7C Racing. Race number 4 is 7.5 furlongs on the turf with starter allowance, and the purse is $34,000. 4 fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 5, Leroy's Gold Animal.
And they're off. From the center, Made on a Mission gets the first call. Toward the inside, First Distinction moves up. At the rail, Miss Marianne. And from the top shelf, She Takes Heart. They're 4 across the track early. Miss Violet takes back off the speed, and the early trailers are Terry's Big Heart and Reimburse. They run into the first turn with First Distinction in no particular hurry, but leads the way 3 parts of a length. From the outside, that's She Takes Heart second, then Miss Marianne, who's tucked in third. Racing from fourth is Miss Violet, well, a bit wide. 2.5 lengths back to the outside goes Made on a Mission. Then comes Terry's Big Heart and the trailer Reimburse. Into the backstretch they go, and First Distinction has the lead by a neck. Up on the outside, racing second is She Takes Heart. Miss Marianne is third. Racing fourth is Miss Violet. Then Terry's Big Heart and Made on a Mission with Reimburse at the back. The opening quarter was covered in 24 and 1. They go to the half-mile pole. First Distinction by a neck. On the outside, She Takes Heart keeps her honest well second, 1.5 lengths in front of the team of Miss Marianne and Miss Violet. They're third and fourth. Then it's the pair of Made on a Mission, and toward the inside, Terry's Big Heart. The trailer is Reimbursed, but she's close enough if good enough. Only about 4.5 off the lead after a 47 4 half mile. Things starting to tightening up now, and on the outside, She Takes Heart puts ahead in front of First Distinction. Miss Violet's had to cover ground. Made on a Mission circling up wide. Terry's Big Heart looks like she's got horse Panici trying to find her some place to go. Meanwhile, Reimbursed just bowls her way off the fence. They turn for home. Miss Violet drifts wide. That'll give a seam to Terry's Big Heart. Reimbursed is in full stride on the outside. So the 2 backmarkers go on with it, and Reimbursed takes the lead. Second is Terry's Big Heart, then Miss Violet and Made on a Mission, but Reimburse is on to score. Reimbursed by 1.25 lengths. Second, Terry's Big Heart, then Miss Violet and Made on a Mission. It's close for fifth, involving Miss Marianne and She Takes Heart in 130 and 1.
Number 7, Reimburse gives jockey Tyler Gaffleon his second win today, trained by Mark Cassie and owned by Gabe Grossberg. Race number 5 is 7 furlongs on the main track. It's a claiming race, and the purse is $18,000 for 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 1, Ari's Pride.
And they're off. Dancing in the Heat was away well down toward the inside. Here's Off Duty moving up. In between horses races Wildcat Kitten, who's now taken back to race third. Followed by Panamex, and then down inside goes Curlin's Gem. Primetime Tommy is second last, and the trailer is Favorite Uncle. Down the backstretch they go. Off Duty has the lead. Moving to him in the early stages is Dancing in the Heat. These two have gone 4 better than Curlin's Gem, who's moved up to be 3rd. In between horses, Wildcat Kitten is now 4th. Out 3 wide goes Panamex. A stretch of 5 to Primetime Tommy, and a length in front of Favorite Uncle, who's last of all after an opening quarter that went in just 23 and 2. Tactical advantage to the top pair, and here's Dancing in the Heat moving it Off Duty up top. Dancing in the Heat puts ahead in front. Off Duty tries to fight on from 2nd. It's a stretch of 4 to Wildcat Kitten in 3rd. Curlin's Gem ridden hard, not really responding yet from 4th. A length and a half in front of Panamex, then Primetime Tommy and Favorite Uncle. 46 and 2 for the opening half mile. Slowly working clear. Dancing in the Heat has the lead. Off Duty just floated out Wildcat Kitten a path or 2. Saving ground is Curlin's Gem, then up the inside Panamex. 3/16 to go. Now there's an 1/8 of a mile to go, and the whip is out on Dancing in the Heat, but he's still clear. Dancing in the Heat by 3. Wildcat Kitten is 2nd, Curlin's Gem 3rd, then Off Duty. Give Gaffleone 3 on the card. Dancing in the Heat, 2.5 clear. Wildcat Kitten 2nd, then Curlin's Gem, Off Duty, and Primetime Tommy in 1:23 and 4.
Number 7, Dancing in the Heat, wins the 5th race. That's 3 today for Tyler Gaffleone, trained by Antonio Sano and owned by Granieri Stables. The 6th race today is 1 mile on the turf, a claiming event, and the purse is $20,000 for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races, or 3-year-olds. Please note that the 7, I'm No Secret, will run with blinkers.
And they're off. I'm No Secret wins the start from Forever Die, who moves up to be 2nd. Darn That Parker comes away in the top flight. He'll land 3rd early. Then down to the inside goes Famoso, followed out wide by Grand Tapoy, who's dropping over. In front of Acknowledge, who's racing 4th last. 3rd last inside is El Canguro, and the 2 at the back here, the 2 trailers are Pasta Giovanni, and at the back of the pack, the early trailer is Brevard. They run around the first turn. I'm No Secret loose on a 2-length lead. Forever Die is there 2nd. Darn That Parker is 3rd. Grand Tapoy 4th. On hold from 5th is Famoso. Then to his outside races Acknowledge. A length and a half clear of El Canguro. 2nd last Pasta Giovanni, and 2.5 to Brevard. They went 24 and 2 for the opening quarter. I'm No Secret trying to catch a breather, but Forever Die will have none of that and turns the pressure up again 2nd. Darn That Parker is 3rd. Grand Tapoy is asked to quicken while 4th. 2 better than Famoso. Then comes Acknowledge. On the outside and beginning to improve a spot now, El Canguro trying to get around Pasta Giovanni, and Brevard still has the best view as he's last of all as they run into the far turn. 48 and 1 for the opening half mile, and when confronted, I'm No Secret quickened up again and leads it now by 2. Forever Die is all in from 2nd. Grand Tapoy is 3rd. Moving up from 4th, Acknowledge is now only 5 lengths off the lead, trying to get around and improving Darn That Parker, who's also working off the fence. El Canguro in the red colors is in range as they turn for home. 3/4, 112 and 1. Grand Tapoy's on to the front. He's been under a long sustained drive, but Acknowledge comes to call on the outside. Here's Acknowledge now taking over the lead and moving clear. Grand Tapoy is 2nd. Brevard has rallied from last to get 3rd. Acknowledge in front. Grand Tapoy 2nd, Brevard 3rd, then El Canguro and Pasta Giovanni in 136 and 2.
Number 4, Acknowledge gets the job done. Jose Alvarez in the saddle, trained by Michael Yates and owned by Shady Brook Farm. Let's take a break. We'll be back after these words.
passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Race number 7 is 7 furlongs on the main track, a claiming race, and the purse is $15,000 for 3-year-olds and up. There are no scratches or jockey changes to report.
And they're off. Toward the inside, Double Judge gets the first call, and he'll try to establish a clear lead, and mission accomplished already. Double Judge in charge early. Then it's a wall of pursuers, including Helper Rye and Flashing Cat. On the far outside, Glotone is not far away. Then it's the favorite Old Time Sake who's down toward the inside. Moving at the rail, that's Amase. Katir Bello is next, and Rancho is last as they run down the backstretch. With the lead, it's Double Judge by 2 from Glotone second, Crazy Frank C third. Flashing Cat is now fourth from the inside. Fifth is Old Time Sake, then Rancho. Helper Rye has lost a couple spots with Katir Bello on his outside, and Amase is last. Less than half a mile to go as they run around the far turn. Double Judge now confronted. Bids are coming. Far outside Rancho. 3 wide Glotone. In the 2 path is Crazy Frank C. From behind the speed, Old Time Sake, the favorite needs room. Then Flashing Cat, a stretch of 5 to Katir Bello. Second last is Helper Rye, and trailing the field is Amase. There's a quarter of a mile left to go, and Crazy Frank C just ran up to take the lead. Double Judge tries to fight back second. 2.5 lengths back to the favorite Old Time Sake, who's getting into the clear. Flashing Cat is widest of all with 3/16 to go. It's Crazy Frank C and Double Judge. Here comes the run from Old Time Sake on the outside. Old Time Sake trying to get to Crazy Frank C. Crazy Frank C digging in. Old Time Sake not passed yet. Crazy Frank C will win it. Crazy Frank C by a neck. Second is the favorite Old Time Sake. Third, Double Judge. Then came Flashing Cat and Amase in 125 flat.
Number 7, Crazy Frank C gives Tyler Gaffalione his 4th win today. This one trained by Pedro Sabarso and owned by Mustang Racing Group. Race number 8 is 5.5 furlongs on the main track, a maiden special weight with a purse of $55,000 for the 2-year-olds.
And they're off. A poor beginning for El Maito at the back. Quick start in the center for Knockout Ranger, who springs out to take the early lead from the rail. Twice on Sunday moves to be second. Joining the party outside is Baltic. He's into third, now into second. Then it's Forest Waltz. In between horses goes Legacy Azteca, followed by Time Is Everything. Racing third last, Leverkusen. Second last is Guinevere. And after blowing the start, El Maito is the trailer. They run around the far turn, and Cornelio Velasquez and Knockout Ranger lead it a half a length. Baltic is asked to quicken by Caraballo racing in second, 3 wide. Here's Legacy Azteca in with an upset possibility. He circles up on the outside. Twice on Sunday is next, followed by Time Is Everything and Forest Waltz, then Guinevere as they run past the quarter-mile pole. 23-1 for the opening quarter, and long shot. Legacy Azteca comes off the turn with a 2-length lead. Baltic is there second, down the outside, Guinevere up the inside, Knockout Ranger. Final furlong, Guinevere's getting on track, trying to get to Legacy Azteca. Legacy Azteca, the strides are shortening. Guinevere's surging at the leader. Guinevere's got him. Guinevere is up to win it. Second, Legacy Azteca, then Knockout Ranger and Baltic in 59-2.
Number 2, Guinevere came running. Jesus Rios in the saddle. That's the second win today for Antonio Sano. This one owned by Peacock Racing Stables. Race number 9 is 7 furlongs on the main track, a maiden claiming, and the purse is $14,000 for 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 9, Little PJ, and the 12, Very Tricky.
In a gate. And they're off. Legislation breaks well from the center. That's Nacho Giant and Love of Family moving up. Down toward the inside. Here's Speed from Sweet Be a DJ. High Mischief isn't far away, and Starship Apollo now moves to be 4th early. Then comes Gunther Brothers with Legislation. It's a length back to Street Brilliant. It's a stretch of another 3 lengths to the 2 at the back. They are Remarkable Tale and Boys of Thunder. Down the backstretch they go. Nacho Giant has secured the lead. Sweet Be a DJ comes off the fence to go at him from second. 3 better than High Mischief, who's racing by himself in third. Starship Apollo is racing in 4th from Legislation in 5th. Remarkable Tale is getting closer from the back. He circles 3 wide around Gunther Brothers and Love of Family, and trailing the field both Street Brilliant and Boys of Thunder. Around the far turn they go. They completed a quarter in 23-1. There's less than 3 furlongs to run in the race. And up on the outside, Sweet Be a DJ just took over over from Nacho Giant. High Mischief has not spent much. He's racing in third and coming on, and Starship Apollo has no choice but to go outside of him. 3 better than Remarkable Tale, who will try an inside lane as they go past the opening half mile in 46 and 4. Nifty move there by jockey Luca Panici, ended up getting inside of High Mischief, and he just ran up to take the lead. Remarkable Tale is next. High Mischief down the outside. Here's a late run from Gunther Brothers through the final furlong. Starship Apollo with nifty tactics at the top of the stretch, and he's on his way to victory. Starship Apollo by 2.5. Second, Remarkable Tale. Up for third, Boys of Thunder from last, then High Mischief and Gunther Brothers, 126 and 1.
Number 3, Starship Apollo, wins the 9th race with some nifty tactics. Ridden to victory by Luca Panici, trained by Steve Dwoskin and owned by Starship Stables. Race number 10 is 1 mile on the turf. It's an allowance optional claiming, and the purse is $44,000. 4 fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. The 2, Andrea's Reward, will be ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. Scratch the 3, 6, 8, 9, and 11.
And they're off. Sweetie Girl begins nicely. Street Smoke is showing speed. Quiet Kitten's not far away. Taken in hand is Frosty Friday to race 4th early. Then comes Andrea's Reward, and at the back, the stretch runner, E.B. Ryder. They run into the first turn, and Cornelio Velasquez allows Quiet Kitten to find her feet, and landing on top is Street Smoke. Racing from third is Sweetie Girl, then Frosty Friday, and Andrea's Reward. And trailing is E.B. Ryder, but she's not far behind. She's about 4 lengths off the lead. They run around the first turn at what appears to be a very controlled tempo, and with the lead, it's Street Smoke and Carlos Hernandez by a neck. Taken in hand here is Quiet Kitten from second after a 24 and 2 opening quarter. Sweetie Girl is close while third, then Frosty Friday and Andrea's Reward. E.B. Ryder last of all. Down the back stretch they go, less than 5 furlongs to travel, and on top it's Quiet Kitten and Street Smoke. Their heads apart for the lead. Sweetie Girl is poised off the speed 3 wide. Frosty Friday's had an uneventful journey. She's racing 4th for Eddie Castro. Then comes Gaffleone aboard Andrea's Reward, and E.B. Ryder patiently handled by Edgard Zayas at the back of the pack while beginning to commence an attack after a 48 and 3 half mile. They run around the far turn. Quiet Kitten leads, but only narrowly. 3 wide, Sweetie Girl. Here's E.B. Ryder. Zayas looking to go with her. Still covered up, though, as Andrea's Reward quickened right when she wanted to get out. Then to the inside goes Frosty Friday, and they run for home. They're lining up here. Quiet Kitten is working overtime to hold the lead. Sweetie Girl now in front. Sweetie Girl has the lead. On the outside, it's Andrea's Reward. Frosty Friday was caught in a switch. Now she'll try to come back for more, and down the outside, E.B. Ryder through the final furlong. Sweetie Girl trying to spring the upset. Frosty Friday is second down the outside on E.B. Ryder, then Andrea's Reward, but the upset is on. Sweetie Girl wins. Frosty Friday second, E.B. Ryder third, then Andrea's Reward and Quiet Kitten. Street Smoke wound up last in 136 and 1.
Number 10, Sweetie Girl, pulls the upset in the 10th race. Jesus Rios in the saddle for his second win today. Trained by Angel Quiros and owned by Harris Futuro C. Paid $21.40 to win. Let's take a break. We'll be back after these words.
Next January, 12 horses, $1 million buy-in for a $12 million purse. It is the world's richest race. It is the Pegasus World Cup.
Race number 11 is 7 furlongs on the main track, and allowance optional claiming, and the purse is $37,000 for state bred 3-year-olds and up. The 10 Valid Concept will be ridden by Vicente Guriel.
And they're off. From the outside, Splash Rules begins nicely. You Can't Stop Me with speed from the rail. In between horses goes Game Lad. Game Lad and You Can't Stop Me will land 1-2 with Splash Rules off their flank. Then in between horses races Coal Miner with High Riverside much closer today. He's racing fourth behind the early skirmish. Cantoon, the favorite, is out wide. He's 2 lengths clear of Warrior AP. Then comes Call to Honor. He's third last. Second last is Eclipsado, and Valid Concept likes to do his running later, and he's last of all. Down the backstretch they go and past the half-mile pole. You Can't Stop Me leads it by a length. Splash Rules is 3 wide. Game Lad between horses. High Riverside is well placed. He'll need somewhere to go eventually. Then comes Cantoon. It's a stretch of 2.5. Trying to work from the back is Coal Miner. He's clear from Valid Concept, who finds his best stride. Then Call to Honor, Warrior AP, and Eclipsado. 5/16 to go. Splash Rules just took on You Can't Stop Me. They go hot and heavy, but High Riverside now works into the clear for a stretch charge. Cantoon not offering much from the back in Valid Concept. Top of the lane. They'll have to look out for High Riverside as here he comes now. High Riverside is up for the lead at the furlong pole and begins to move clear. Valid Concept is running on well, so is Call to Honor. They're trying to catch You Can't Stop Me for the minors, but the major spoils go to High Riverside. Antonio Sano and Miguel Vasquez with High Riverside 3.5 in front. Valid Concept rallied well for second in front of You Can't Stop Me third, then Call to Honor fourth in 1:23 flat.
Number 2, High Riverside wins the 11th race. Miguel Vasquez in the saddle. That's 3 wins today for trainer Antonio Sano. This one owned by Mar Racing Stable. Race number 12 and the last one today is 7.5 furlongs on the turf. A maiden claiming, and the purse is $15,000 for 3-year-olds and up. Note that the 10 Lovely Judith will be ridden by Lionel Reyes. Scratch 8, 9, and 13.
And runners away. Last in, first out. Archivero gets the first call from Wonder Frolic, who comes away racing in second. Congrats You is away in good shape. He's third early. Out wide on the course is Got 'Em, and Swing Hard's trying to drop over. Swing Hard will race fifth in the early stages. Then it's a Getaway Car with Bay Point Countdown toward the inside. They're followed by One More and Wall Go. Then up the rail goes Zukov. They head in front of 7 Mondays. And the early trailer, is Lovely Judith. They run into the backstretch now, and Archivero and John Castillo maintain control. They lead by a neck. Got 'Em is alongside the leader in second. It's a stretch of 2.5. Congrats You gets a good spot to race from. He's third. He's 2.5 better than Wonder Frolic. Then out wide goes Swing Hard. He's got about 7 lengths to make up. Improving down toward the inside is Bay Point Count. Getaway Car got the shuffle there. He's trying to keep his spot on the 2-path. A length and a half in front of One More and Wall Go. Then comes Zukov and 7 Mondays, and tailing off the trailer, Lovely Judith. The opening quarter went in 24-1. There's less than half a mile to run in the race. They went an opening half mile in 48-4. Archivero continues to lead it, trying to spring the upset from Got 'Em in second. Congrats You is third. Wonder Frolic is fourth. Out wide and racing from fifth is Swing Hard. Then Getaway Car. He'll need a way through. Same story for One More and Wall Go. Down at the inside is Bay Point Count. Then Zukov and 7 Mondays. Lining up and stacking up as they turn for home. Congrats You gets first run and has the lead. Trying to get after him second now. Here comes a run from Swing Hard. In between horses and Wonder Frolic. Tipping off cover. One More and Wall Go. Final furlong. Congrats You has the lead. Congrats You set a good trip early, and he'll make it pay late. Congrats You the winner by a length and almost 2 in the end. From Wonder Frolic second. Then comes One More and Wall Go. Fourth was Swing Hard. Got close for fifth. Bay Point Count or Getaway Car in 1:31.3.
Number 4, Congrats You wins the finale. Matthew Rispoli in the saddle, trained by David Casson and owned by Bruce Patterson and Ed Moody. In the late pick 5 of 5 paid $2,701.45. 4 of 5 paid $17.90. There was no winner in the super high 5, so there's a carryover into tomorrow of $3,026.41. In the pick 6 of 6 paid $6,507.22. There's a carryover of $111,233.84. That's it for today. We'll see you back here on Sunday. Post time is back at the regular time of 1:15.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.